Monster RX93.1. It's time for the top 10, and we are also live on facebook.com/RX931. Hello, Chico. Are you there?
Hello. Yes.
Hi.
Good
Hello.
morning. Okay.
Good morning.
We've got our Facebook Live up and running. So you can join us, please, if you're into that. And for those listening on the radio, hello. Good morning. Okay. So
Hello.
let's do the top 10 for today. We have two batches. Let's start off with the first one. Thank you to OD1 Kenobi for the topic. I should have told you. Let's start off with Archer Aguilar. I should have told you no from the very start had I known how difficult it would be to let you go. Ay.
Ah.
Kung alam ko lang na mahihirapan akong pakawalan ka after, sana nag-no na lang ako from the start. Sana hindi ka na lang
Yeah,
naging apit.
there are moments like that where you just wish that these things never happened, but they're all learning experiences. They
That's
are.
true.
As
Mm-mm.
much as you'd like to think that you got hurt from these situations, sometimes these are things that you need to learn from to grow from them in the
But
future.
don't you have relationships, and not just romantic relationships? Don't you have relationships where you just wish it didn't really teach you anything, and you feel like your life would be better if it
Well,
didn't happen?
it taught you that you don't need that kind of thing in your life.
I guess. But sometimes, alam mo yung parang mapapaisip ka na, I could have learned that in another way.
Yeah, but it's life lessons, and
Yeah.
just
Well,
charge
they
it
say
life. That's why you say charge it to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
at saka ano talaga eh, parang we can't really, we will never know what the
Of
effect
course.
of everything in our lives. Minsan something as simple as you think it had no effect on your life, pero di ba yung mga movies, yung mga sliding doors, sometimes entering one door instead of the other changed your life dramatically. Gets? Yung parang may mga ganong ano na sometimes it's not just the big things, the big decisions that affect our lives. For all you know, it's the little ones. Alam mo yung imbis na latte yung in-order mo, caramel macchiato, tapos nag-iba na yung buhay mo. Di ba?
Yeah.
You'll never know.
I believe that.
happens.
Yeah. I do.
Totoo. I mean, it may sound
Like-
OA, pero who knows, right?
Who knows? Exactly. That's so true.
The reason why this is happening in your life is because somebody stepped on a bug
Yeah, yeah.
and it changed
Ang
the
tanong
course of
ano,
your life.
Ang tanong nga ni Miguel, ikaw ba, did you learn from the experience of not muting your microphone
I
even
did.
after going to the bathroom? Have you learned your lesson?
I did, but I feel like it's gonna happen again. It's not second nature for us to mute. I don't
You know
know.
the worst? You know the absolute worst? Yung when you're doing an event, tapos yung mic mo lapel, and then you forget that you're wearing your lapel. Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
happened a few times.
And then you go
That's
to the bathroom, and then you're peeing or something, and then
Yikes!
they're like,
Oh,
you
no.
realize
And
you're
you don't
wearing
have
a
any
mic,
control. You don't have any control.
or
Oh my gosh,
worse,
I remember.
yeah.
I think that happened to BTS once. Like they were backstage. Tapos naglolokohan sila. Tapos somebody actually said na parang, how come my voice is so loud? Like I can hear myself. Tapos hindi nila alam na hindi naka-off yung mic nila. It was so cute.
Or
I guess
worse,
it could.
yung ano, like can you imagine if, let's say, we hosted something, tayong apat, tapos
Oh my
nakalapel tayo. Tapos,
gosh.
it's not so much the bathroom, it's like, after we go
Our
off stage,
conversation.
our
and then
conversation. Yeah.
we're start like, nakita mo, nandiyan yung ex ni Markki, front row.
Well, I
Ah!
wouldn't be surprised.
Oh no! Oh no!
I
Oh
wouldn't
no!
be
You know,
surprised.
we can make that happen in our on off-air conversation. The day that we can all board together, let me handle the board.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
rushers, please nominate me to be the one doing the board work when we're all
Oh
together.
no.
No!
Pass.
Oh,
Maybe I'm not gonna talk. I'll put a busal.
Trip to
Yeah.
Busan. Yan ang ano na movie na yun.
Train to Busal.
Train to Busan. Oo. And from Maxim de Winter, I should have told you na yung boylet mo ang lagkit tumitig sa kuya mo. Alo.
Okay.
And it's possible na it's true because it's like a third part. It's like somebody outside looking in. Because, if you're the girlfriend, you wouldn't believe it. You would actually convince yourself that, no, it's just normal, because you are in the relationship. But if it's someone from the outside of that relationship, could be true.
Yeah.
They don't have those googly eyes.
Parang ganito na lang. Paano kunyari, Rica, naging jowa mo, kapatid ni Markki? Can you handle
Oh.
it? Na yung kuya ng jowa mo, nakikita mo lagi and you had feelings for him way back. Di ba awkward pag kunyari reunion?
I'm okay with that.
Hindi. Kasi,
Hindi ko tinatanong ko, Markki. Talagang ipinain agad yung mga kapatid niya.
I'm okay with that.
Ang bilis na gano'n. I'm okay with that. Go.
I'm
G.
okay. Like, for example, it works out with one of the siblings.
One of
and
the
it doesn't work
Stroms.
out with the other. Like, I'm fine.
Barbecue. Yung tatlo na.
Tutuhugin, ganon.
Pinaganda
Jojowain,
na.
tutuhugin.
Pinaganda na nga ni
pinaganda ko
Rica
na nga
eh.
Barbecue.
Barbecue na nga eh. Ito masyado, grabe oh. Tapos ang
Please
title
hold.
nung pag ginawa natin ng teleserye yung buhay ni Rica. Ang title, In the Eye of the Stroms.
Kainis.
In the Eye of the Strom. Diba? Pwede yun? Pwede. Okay, and then coming from the super malas guy, I should have told you, I was only mean to you because I liked you. Ba't may ganun mo? Ba't hindi na lang nice if you're...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's like a level of, not naman meanness, but maybe playfulness. Diba? Yung parang asaran, ganun. But
Some kasi
not
are
totally
mean. Some are mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a secret. Kasi nga like, may mga napapanood akong short films na ganyan. Yung, they're so mean yung
Pero,
pala.
sa akin, it's a red flag. Like, I instantly get repelled when people do that. Diba? It's like a tactic for picking up guys or girls. Yung negging, isn't that called negging?
Yes, negging.
Yeah. You kind of put them down before you tell them that you like them. Yeah, it instantly repels me.
Negging.
Yeah.
Parang kunyari, ganito lang ha, ganito ha. Markki, makinig ka ha, ganito. Yung, pretend we're in a club, okay? Tapos I met Markki, di ba? And I'm like, sasabi ko kay Markki, parang, yuck, you're so old. Yan, gano'n. Yan, negging yan.
Oo. Or yung parang, lalagyan mo ng negative and then positive. Yung parang, I actually didn't expect that I would be attractive with someone this old. Yung mga ganon.
Diba?
Yeah, it's like masked in.
This is why I cannot date younger. Because that's how they are.
That's true.
You know what I tell them though? After they say these things, I'm like, you know what? Karma is gonna come to you in the future. When you get old, everyone is gonna do that to you too.
Minsan gusto ko sabihin yan, I was in this one event one time before the whole lockdown. They were like, I'm just 21 years old. I'm like the youngest here. How old are you? Gusto ko sa kanya sabihin, feeling mo hindi ka matatanda. Tapos, like, every time that's their opening, whenever they would introduce themselves, like, they would introduce themselves to another person. Sabihin talaga nila na, I'm just 21 years old.
Because that's the only thing they have over the other people.
I know.
Dapat pag sinabi nila ganito, bibigyan na kita ng tip. Pag sinabi nila na, oh my gosh, did you know that I'm just 21? And I'm like, I wasn't asking your IQ.
Ang ganda!
I wasn't asking for your IQ.
Ito pa yung nakakainis doon. Di ba sinabi niya na, I'm just 21 years old. Tapos biglang, I guess they felt comfortable because I laughed. Tapos after that, lagi na nila sinasabi, uy, Ate Rica, Ate Rica. And I'm like, Ate Rica, excuse me. So I just told them na parang, you can just call me Rica, you don't have to say Ate Rica.
Pero
No, but I'm younger than, I'm like,
Sabihin
oh
mo
my
sa kanila
God,
kasi,
relentless.
sabihin mo na lang kasi, alam mo, Ate Ricahin mo yung Pemster mo.
Wait,
Oh my God.
paano kung cute yung 21?
Wala pa din.
Oh, edi sabihin ko sasabihin ko lang, oh, it's just 15-year difference.
Guys, don't do the math.
It's
Don't
just
do the math
15-year
because
difference.
it's wrong.
Diba?
Don't do the
15?
math. Kids, do not use that as a math problem in your modules, because that is just not right. It's correct. It's the wrong answer. Wrong.
Tayo ba
And-
ng difference natin, Chico?
Parang gano'n, binabastos ba kita, ha? Bakit mo ako binabastos? Bakit? Ikaw ba binastos kita, ha? Binabastos ba kita? O, bakit tayo nagkakabastusan? O ano? Hawakan ko yung tenga mo, eh.
Wala nang kwentahan.
Hawakan ko yung tenga mo, eh. Ano, ha? Ano, ha? Maya tayo? Oo.
This is Rica, this is why we get so many of these questions at events, because we keep doing it to Chico.
Yes!
I know!
Yes!
It's
karma! It's
karma.
Oh my God.
Oh, to Miguel.
Yeah.
Miguel was asking where I watch short films. YouTube. Ang dami-dami. As in,
Yeah.
like, every time you watch one, it suggests at least 5 to 10 others. So by the time you start watching, you start clicking, oh my gosh, like you're deluged. You don't even know where to start. Kasi parang tuloy-tuloy na siya. Ang dami-dami na niyang ipapadala na similar to that video that you were watching.
Alam mo, it's so funny kasi I encountered TikTok the other day that says like parang tell me about your dad or something. Basta parang very dad things. Tapos yung isa doon, watching films on YouTube. Wait lang. To be fair, it says watching war films on YouTube. Diba?
War films?
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like it's such a dad thing to do.
Saka legit to, ha? I'm talking about, it's not code. It's legit short films.
It's legit.
legit. Oh. Kasi
We
may
don't
mga tatanong
have
ko,
like non-legit short
ano ba to?
films on YouTube.
parang inaano nila baka daw it's like short films. No. Like legit short films. Some are even like Oscar nominated. Some are... Kasi parang alam mo yun, parang if you're not in the mood for something, for too much of a commitment, diba? You just watch a 10-minute short or a 5-minute short. Parang it's so easy to watch. Yeah. And coming from designer Hans H, I should have told you that your breath smells like freshly picked daisies from a verdant field. But your feet smell like durian na binabad sa patis at bagoong.
Wait. Hey, that might actually be tasty.
Durian?
I love
With
durian.
patis? No, not with
Patis?
patis. As is.
No.
I like it as is. Yeah.
I don't know. Those are
No, I love
two
it
very
as is
strong
as well.
scents.
I love it as is as well, but I like to experiment, even if it's weird. I like to experiment with different flavors.
I guess.
So I don't know.
Can you imagine durian and kimchi or achara? Because it's essentially, diba?
Parang masarap
fermented.
Parang masarap durian with abs.
Ay!
Okay. That escalated quick. Okay,
Ikaw
next.
You said it!
Next.
Halata na. Nagiging thirsty na mga tao these days. I'm telling you.
I told you it's hot girl summer!
Everyone is getting more and more thirsty as the days progress, because no one had a summer this year. So everyone is, enjoying what other people are posting online. So that's why we should check Chico's following.
Sige, check natin
Kasi
yan.
I'm sure on a daily madaming bagong
Tignan natin
pina-follow.
yung ngayon. yan.
I'm sure.
Sige ka.
Whatever. And then coming from Christopher Salvador, I should have told you your remarks are insensitive. It's okay to be frank and candid, pero ilagay pa rin sa lugar. You know, even if you don't mean to bash, you don't mean to hate, you don't mean to insult, sometimes just being honest can actually be insensitive. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And from Hanazawa Rui, I should have told you the truth, but you never listen to my told. Parang ano, parang
Parang
you
mali.
never listen to my told.
Pero naintindihan mo. At least,
Naintindihan.
the
Yun ang point.
message, is there.
Naintindihan mo.
Chico,
Yes.
nahahalata na talaga yung ano mo. Yung
Sino
following.
to?
Ano ba?
Chico, grabe. As
feel
in,
so naked.
like,
Hindi ko in-expect yung first few.
I feel so naked. Ano yung mga nakikita
It's like-
nyo?
it's like topless, topless,
Ano,
topless,
ano,
topless, 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 Jeep Philippines, topless, 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 topless,
Chico!
topless,
G ako dito sa
Queen
isa.
underscore food.
Screenshot mo, tapos padala mo sa akin.
Wala,
Screenshot mo.
G ako dito. Wait lang. Sa G
Screenshot
ako
mo,
doon.
screenshot mo.
Wait lang.
Joey J
Grabe
is gay.
kayo.
Topless, 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 topless.
Huwag ka magsasabi ng ano. Huwag ka magsasabi
Wait, huwag kang sabi sa atin lang.
Grabe to.
Pero si Joey J is is a
Drag
RuPaul's
queen.
Race queen. Yeah. So that's fine, right? Because we watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Survive!
Yeah.
This is so
Ay.
much fun.
Approve. Lucas still following.
Ikaw din.
Kaya.
Approve.
Walang kwenta! Walang kwenta! Kaya sabi ko lang, Markki, huwag ka magsasabi ng name. Ay, Lucas still. Approve.
Hindi kasi I also follow Lucas.
Nakakairita. Nakakairita, walang kwenta. Ibang klase. Huwag nyo nga pangialaman. Ano ba yung, mga following? Ano ba yung, sino ba
Wait
mga
lang. Ay,
As
my,
in, when you check it out,
ay,
it's
my
like
French.
dire-diretso.
My French.
Ay, bakit sa akin
Ay.
puro maayos? Puro matitino naman yung lumalabas.
Ano?
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
gone through your list?
Yes. I'm looking at it
I
now.
am.
Topless,
Family,
topless, topless.
friends.
The Trainer Club. Topless, topless. Jules Fit PH. Topless, Ay, may Antoinette ka down eh. So, okay naman.
naman.
May
Oo
mga
naman.
Oh,
ganun. Like,
Wait lang.
one by one.
Tama na!
Follow.
Stop it!
Follow this person. I didn't know you were following this person. Wait lang.
Grabe kayo, wag ka kayong nangingialam kasi. Nakakainis kayo. Stop it!
Ako, dina-double check ko lang what, like the people we both follow. So, approve.
Okay na yan. Tama na, tama na. Yan.
Wait, ito, sisend ko na.
Okay. And, Victoriano said, okay, sipin ko nga lang, ninenervous ako sa'yo eh.
Ito, approve ako dun sa first.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
I like.
Ay, oh, yes, bago yan. Bago yan, bago yan.
Oh!
Bago yan, bago yan. Okay, so here we go. From Victoriano, I should have told you that your real father is the gardener that your father killed.
Huh?
Para siyang para siyang teleserye.
Mystery, oo.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Yung mga yung tipong you just knew that when, before you were born or right after you were born that your father killed a gardener na parang it was ruled an accident or something, blah blah blah. Tapos biglang later on malalaman mo parang parang siya pala yung totoong ama mo. That's why your father killed him, because he found out that that your mom and the gardener had an
And the gardener,
affair,
yeah.
and you were the product. You were the product of that union.
That's always a storyline in like different crime shows wherein, let's say, somebody from the police or FBI, their father was actually a serial killer, and that's why they wanted to be
A different
a
person from their
policeman.
father.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's always a thing.
Yeah,
And
you
'di ba
you go
yung
opposite from what your parents are.
yes.
Yeah.
And even the recent one that I watched, but it's an old movie, Twisted. Ashley Judd. I think that was like one the
Oh
premise
yeah, I think so.
na she was a child of a serial killer and she
Pero grabe
wanted
lang
to be a
ang grabe lang
policeman.
yung idea na that somebody that your father killed
Yeah,
is your
I
real
know.
father. 'Di ba? So technically your
And then
father killed your father, your
yeah,
real father.
and then it's such a complex
That's
feeling because
traumatic.
you're also, you have a relationship with your father now, but then you
Yeah,
find out that they actually
that's
committed a
your father's
crime.
that's your father's murderer.
Yeah,
'Di ba?
I
Weird.
know. Weird.
Weird. Okay,
Yeah.
so coming from and the top, I should have told you, comes from Juice Blank and Archer Aguilar.
They both say,
Archer Aguilar says, I should have told you that mint doesn't last forever. Dapat regular ang pag-toothbrush.
yes, mm-mm.
It can only do so much. Yung na-imagine mo yung mint, parang it's holding up a heavy weight, which is your bad breath. And then pag
We
di na niya,
can't do this anymore.
di na niya kaya. So pag nag-give up na,
Yeah.
oo. And from Juice Blank, I should have told you that I wasn't really asleep when you were chatting with your ex.
Ooh.
All right. So there you go. One more batch, but we will be playing a game on Facebook
Yay!
Live. We will stay on Facebook Live, but Team Booth will be playing a couple of songs.
Okay.
Follow you way down
Okay.
wherever you
Okay.
go.
Okay, go.
Because
Yeah.
sige, pibilisan natin. Because it's the Oscars today, we have an Oscar quiz for the two of you
Yay!
na lang. Yay! Okay, so question number 1. Unahan na lang kayo, pero some of them are difficult. Okay, question number 1. What was the first color film to win Best Picture? Kasi remember, the Oscars started back when it was black and white, di ba, yung mga Citizen Kane, mga ganyan. So, what was the first colored film to be awarded Best Picture? It's very popular.
On with the wind.
Yes, Gone with the Wind!
Ah, ang galing! I don't
Next.
actually. I have no idea. Okay.
There are only two sequels ever to win Best Picture. Name any.
Lord of the Rings? Hindi.
Correct? The Lord of
Lord
the
of the
Rings,
Rings?
Return of the King. Actually, ano pa siya, pangatlo, di ba? It's not even the sequel, it's that yung pangatlo pa, the third movie. And the other sequel to have won Best Picture, The Godfather Part 2 in 1974.
Oh wow! But did the first movie win anything?
No, none.
So
Ito
it's really the
The
second. Oh
second.
wow, that is
Yes.
interesting.
But
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes
For The Godfather, yes.
it makes sense that the third one would win for Lord of the Rings because we already knew there were 3 books coming.
Yeah. So,
Right? So like cumulative thing of all
yeah.
3 movies. But with The Godfather, if it's the second one that won, that's a different story. That's
No,
something
I
else.
think the
That's,
first one yata won din. I think they both won.
okay, if they both won, it's a different story. Yeah.
Pero ano, like, kasi nga, they were saying that Return of the King was not really the best of the three. But parang it's like the reward for all three
Yeah, it's
instead
a
of
Mhm.
cumulative movie, basically.
ako kasi
I
talaga
should
my favorite was the first. I think the first was the best of the three for
on.
me.
First, yeah. Have to rewatch it. I haven't
Ako
rewatched
din
it
eh,
in a
kasi
while.
yeah, there are a lot of like elements that you have to remember.
Like
I like Lord
I
of
remember reading it, but I never got into it as much as I did with
Mm.
Harry Potter books because I think it's Harry Potter is just so much easier to relate.
Mm-hmm.
But I loved Lord of the Rings, but I never really got into the movie because it left out so many things that were also in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a little difficult kasi malamang isa lang yung kilala nyo. But, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people have won Oscars 2 years in a row. Name any of them.
Meryl Streep.
No, not 2 years in a row though.
Ah,
Not in a row.
wait,
Not in
wait.
a
It
row.
can, ano lang, like an actor,
Acting.
actress.
Acting lang.
Okay, wait lang.
2
Is
Oscars
it
in a row.
2 Oscars in a row? Feeling ko, well-known naman.
Yes, very popular.
Is it
1993 and 1994.
Ay.
Oscar?
Sirit?
Wait lang. Angelina Jolie, hindi.
No. Tom Hanks.
Ah!
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump and Philadelphia.
Ah, okay.
And which brothers have received acting Oscar nominations? The only brothers to receive acting nominations.
Ah.
Wait,
One
well-known
brother,
din.
one brother in 1998 and the other brother in 2000, 2005, and 2012.
Niisip ko Affleck. Ano?
Sheen.
Actually, pwede, pero ano kasi, si Ben was never nominated for acting,
Ano siya for directing?
directing, and writing. He has an Oscar for best script, best screenplay. So, Sirit?
The Sheen.
No, nope. They never were nominated. Sirit,
The, ano,
Sirit.
wait.
Again.
Again. Tell me the
The
years.
year?
One in 1998 and the other one in 2000, 2005, and 2012.
OMG.
I know.
Ano?
I think.
Ah.
Because if what? Phoenix.
Yes! River Phoenix and Joaquin Phoenix.
Nice.
Correct.
That's why yeah. That's why he didn't get nominated again. Yep.
And this is very recent. Dapat unahan kayo dito.
Okay.
Which foreign language film, which is the only foreign language film to ever win Best Picture?
The ano?
Parasite.
Yes! Parasite! The ano?
The Korean one.
Parasite. Hindi kasi I was thinking Train to Busan kasi we just talked about it. And I know
Right?
it's not the one.
Which
But another
best
one is nominated.
Hey,
Diba?
good for them.
Minari.
Which Best Picture nominated film has the most swear words ever? Sa lahat ng mga Best Picture nominated films, which one has the most swear words?
Is
Mga
it
F
the
words.
recent one?
It's the one
It
with
has
the kid. Lots of killing.
relatively, it has around 550 F words in it. 550 in one movie.
Dunkirk?
No?
Hmm.
Sirit?
Wait lang.
Ay, may nakakuha. Ay, no. Mali pala.
What kind of movie is it?
Ay, merong nakakuha. Yeah.
Ay, alam ko na. Nakita ko na.
Oh, ano?
Ano? Ano? Wall Street?
Wolf of Wall Street. Yes.
Yeah.
I would have
That-
thought Pulp Fiction.
More pato. Okay, one last. This is
Okay.
easy. This is very easy. Who is the first Asian American nominated for Best Actor?
Actor?
Yes.
Wait, sino ba? Sino bang Asian American?
Henry Golding.
No, it's this year. This year's
Si
Oscar.
Steven Yu.
Steven Yu.
Steven Yeun!
Wow, yun. Paano ba sabihin?
Yun, 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 yun. Yun na yun.
Yeah. Yun,
Yun na
yeah.
yun.
Wow, really? The first? Oh, wow.
Good
The
for
first
him.
And
acting,
the
ha?
Oscars.
And the Oscar.
I'm so happy for him.
Ako,
I hope you
I
win.
really love, I know, but I really love, wait lang, bakit ko nakalimutan? Kasi si Christina, si Christina sa Grey's Anatomy, di ba she won an Emmy? Tama ba?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
For
Yeah.
her role in another show. Wala lang. It just, her speech was really touching. Tas even gave a shout out to her parents. And they were in the crowd. Ang cute-cute nila.
Yeah.
I know. Well, congratulations to all the nominees. Right now, I think it's like currently happening. It's
I
trending.
know,
Also.
right?
You guys can just
Super.
hashtag. Ano ba bang mga updates sa Oscars? Ayun na. Oscars na.
What should we watch? Which one should we watch?
I know, wala bang nagbigay?
Copies.
Wala eh.
What are the good ones?
Ito, wait lang. Oscars.
The problem kasi for me is some of the Oscars are just too heavy. I mean, they're good movies, but sobrang heavy.
Yun yung hindi ko pa natatapos. I started it, but I didn't finish it. I didn't get to finish The Trial of the Chicago 7. I know it's a good movie. Somebody recommended
wow.
it. Yeah, and it's on Netflix.
Hey,
Ooh,
someone who's
look.
supporting actress.
The winner for best documentary is like the one that I've always wanted to watch. My Octopus Teacher. Nasa Netflix yun. It won.
Really?
Oh wow. Hey, I want to check that out.
I want to watch that.
Yoon wins Best Supporting Actress for Minari.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Ay,
Good
wait lang.
Yay!
After na, guys.
Okay.
Monster RX93.1. It's time for the final batch of the top 10. And we are still live on Facebook.com/RX931. We're talking about the Oscars.
Yes, we are.
So amazing. The first Asian American, first South Korean actor in history to win an Academy Award.
Wow.
Also, first Asian actress to win an Oscar since 1957. And
Who was the last
Wow.
one?
well, it doesn't say here, but second in history. So she's the second in history
Wow, that's so cool.
to win. So congratulations to her, Best Supporting Actress for Minari.
Nice.
Yoon Yo Jung. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but her name is. She's a little bit older, and it just shows that just keep dreaming and keep growing your craft. One day in the future, who knows, you might win an Oscar.
All right, so here we go. We've got our final top 10 for today. Let's just thank OD1 Kenobi one last time. I should have told you. Kirth Uy says, I should have told you that secretly I got turned on when you said French fries or deodorant.
They say it's the
There's an
sexiest.
appeal.
It's the sexiest accent in Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
though. The,
There's an
Filipino-
appeal.
There is an appeal.
Is
but
it because
you know
we
what?
enunciate well?
Possibly. Or
Mhm.
maybe because we're the better English speakers. Some of the better English speakers in our
Yeah.
area.
Mhm.
It just occurred to me that people actually notice that there's a Filipino English accent. Alam mo yun, because like I see it all the time on TikTok because there's this famous account where they look like they're Caucasian. They as in talagang they're white. And then they speak straight Tagalog. Tapos whenever they do start speaking in English, people start to notice na parang very Filipino yung English niya. And I'm like, wala lang, parang I just never thought that it was gonna be an issue.
Mhm.
Because, di ba, parang, I mean, like, people can understand us. It's just, I never
Yeah.
knew it wasn't, even in other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Na
Right.
parang, it's very Filipino.
Like
May ganun.
I keep getting called out with a friend of mine from the States whenever
Mhm.
we meet and we're stuck in traffic and I say,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, it's so traffic. And my friend goes, there is so much traffic. It's not so traffic. You can't say
Oh my
that.
God.
Like, where did you learn English? It's things like that. like small things that we'd say in the Philippines that make sense to us, but doesn't make sense to a lot of other people that
But
we'd encounter abroad.
yeah.
And coming from Maxim De Winter, I should have told you how I really felt, but I didn't want to be a burden to anyone. And from Arch Aguilar, I should have told you that perfume doesn't mix well with body odor.
No.
It
Most
doesn't.
perfumes
Most
don't.
don't at all. They don't. It's gonna get worse even if you spray that on your
Mhm.
underarms. I am
And
telling
from
you.
Coco Hernandez, I should have told you that the invite was purely out of courtesy. Pero I would rather that people tell me because I don't want to be there if you don't want me to be there. Like,
Mhm.
get, um, I don't want to be anywhere I'm not wanted. So for me, I would actually appreciate it if you told me na I'm not really invited. I'd rather have that. Rather than invite me, tas mararamdaman ko pag nandun na ako na, oh crap, I don't think they really want me here. Diba? Never mind. Coming from Archer Aguilar, I should have told you to not even attempt to sing in front of the Lea Salonga. I could have spared you from a traumatic memory.
Why didn't you tell me? Why did you stop me? Yun ang busal moment. Dapat nagka-busal moment tayo eh. That day. That fateful day. That I was, oh, why? You know, I always have this, what do you call this? Daydream wherein I get interviewed by somebody famous. Kunwari, I don't know, Oprah.
Oprah.
Kunwari. Oo, Oprah. Tapos tatanungin nila, what was the most embarrassing experience you had as a radio DJ? Tapos lagi kong answer is, what the cherry on top is when I sang in front of Lea Salonga. And there was a chuckle. A polite one, okay? That I didn't take offense, but
At saka
oh my
alam mo yung it escaped from her. Like, I don't think she meant to. Alam mo yung talagang bilang,
god, she was
talagang,
really nice.
ang ganda.
Please.
I want to know what Chico's most embarrassing moment is on radio.
What would it be? What takes the cake?
Madami. I don't know. Let me think about it first. Madami
Sige.
You
yun.
don't have a favorite?
I have a couple. Ay, sabi ni 7070, Lea Salonga versus Rica Lasenga. Ang ganda no. Lea Salonga versus Rica Lasenga.
Yeah, no. I'm sure mine was araw ng wika.
When you guys did the araw ng wika. Yeah, I wasn't there, but I do
was
remember
a
the
moment.
highlights.
But let's
No.
not repeat it. Let's not repeat it.
Oo nga.
Let's not. Okay? Let's not. Let's leave it.
Oh my gosh.
Wala ko yung klasiko nga, yung kasi I did a contest and then, there was an on-air contestant and I said, yay, congratulations, you won the prize. Sabi niya, ay, buti na lang because, there was a DJ kasi that I won but, like, hindi ako pinapanalo, basta parang ganon. And I'm like, oh really? Which DJ was this? I don't know. I don't know the name. So I was like, oh my gosh, you don't even know the name of the DJ you were talking to? Wait a minute, do you know who I am? Sabi niya, yes. Sabi ko, okay, who I am.
Who I am.
Okay, who I am. Oh my gosh, I wanted to disappear. I wanted to be swallowed up by the earth. Do you know who I am? Okay, who I am. Ang pangit. And from Chico Man Machine, I should have told you that silence doesn't always mean yes. It could mean I no longer care and I'm just waiting for my chance to leave. And the top, I should have told you, comes from Victoriano and Calbs07.
They both say.
Victoriano says, I should have told you that in the many years we were together, I have only lied to you once, when I told you that I loved you.
Wow.
That's terrible.
That's a huge thing.
That's
That's a doozy.
But aren't there statements that come after "I love you" that reinforce the "I love you"? So wouldn't you
Possibly.
be lying to them too?
Malay mo kasi, like, for example, um, I'm not going to hurt you. Pwedeng you don't love them, but you don't plan to hurt them. Or you like spending time with them. You can enjoy spending time with them, but not love them. So maybe there's a way to avoid like subsequent lies. And from Calves
Minsan
07,
kasi may mga tanong na, kunwari, they say, I love you. And then they're gonna ask you, don't you love me back? Or don't you love me?
baka hindi
Siyempre,
tinanong. Baka hindi, or baka it's just one lie, pero yun yung one lie na inuulit-ulit niya. Baka that's what he meant.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Right?
That
Like,
makes
he would always say, I love you, but that's a lie. But that's the only lie. Everything else is real.
I
Diba?
see. Yeah, that makes sense.
And from from Calbs 07, I should have told you that I'm vegan. Pero pagkasama kita, natatakam akong kumain ng karne.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
Well, your follow list is definitely not vegan.
Rica ha, tumigil. Ikaw ha, humahaba na yung listahan mo sa akin ha. Humahaba na yung listahan mo sa akin
I
ha.
guess our follow list.
That's definitely not vegan. That's like full
Ay,
on.
it's full on carnivore.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's full on carnivore with a mix of
Vegetables, di ba?
Ay, oo nga, vegetarian din.
Talong,
what do you call
ampalaya.
that diet again? What do you call that diet again?
Ano?
The one where you only eat meat? Or you only eat
keto?
protein? Keto. There you go. Your diet is
Mm.
keto. That's what it is.
Keto Garcia.
Keto Garcia.
Ayoko na! Okay.
Chico Garcia, nakakainis. What about us? What's our answer? Sabi ni Nero, meatatarian daw. Puro meat ang meatatarian!
Meatatarian.
Ano ba? I should have told you. There are a lot of things that I wanted to say, but I can't because I'm a people pleaser.
How nakedly honest. It's just so honest. There's so many things I want to say, but I can't because I'm a people pleaser.
It's true. There are a lot of like stuff that I wanted to say that I just practice at home because I said something differently in the situation. Ano ba?
Ako not so much. I should have told you, pero I should have asked you. Mas yun yung entry ko. Tatanong ko lang kung talaga bang prosthetics.
Well, let's invite the person again.
Why not?
Let's invite the prosthetic.
Why not?
Yeah.
Ano
The
ba?
prosthetic, right?
Markki po yun. Si Markki po yun.
Markki
Prosthetic.
Strompo. Markki Strompo. Markki Stro.
Ito. Sige. All the time. It happens to me all the time because my initial reaction with everything uncomfortable is laughing. Okay. And there are loads of times where I want to say that I should have told you that you actually hurt me with that statement, but my initial reaction with everything is just to laugh it off. So they thought it was okay to say those things to me. Alam mo yun? And, but on the inside, I'm like, wait a minute. Ang sakit na na. Or it's pretty offensive what you just said. Sometimes it's like straight up, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
Syempre, I get a little uncomfortable, so I laugh it off. Pero, to be honest, it hurts.
Yeah. It's stressful.
Tingnan mo, tumatawa na naman ako. Nasasaktan nga ako. But yeah.
I should have told you that I was going to call your name out or I was going to say something out loud when you weren't looking.
Okay.
I should have texted you, Chico Garcia.
What is
Ah,
it?
yung sinisigaw mo, walang kwenta ka talaga.
Ah.
Alam mo, nakakatawa. Kasi di ba, I'm always wearing my AirPods when I'm walking around. So, minsan, merong like complete stranger. Like a complete stranger na may kausap sa likod ko or merong tinatawag. Automatic. Alam mo yung pag biglang may nadidig ako na kasi siyempre naka-AirPods.
Yeah.
Titingin talaga. Kung sabi mo, kasi pala hindi si Mark.
Someone take that face shot of Chico and make that a meme.
Tapos hindi naman pala si Markki. It's like some random person. Kasi di ko naririnig, di ba? Nadidinig ko lang that somebody shouting or somebody saying something behind me. So I would assume it's Markki and I'm like, yeah.
Na-trauma ka na. Na-trauma
Next
ka
time I see Chico, I'm gonna be like, "Hoy! Straight!" And then,
na. Hindi ako, alam mo, I can
Kasi
already
wavy, kasi wavy angoko, wavy eh. Hindi siya straight.
I can
Loko.
already imagine the four of us, like with Hazel, naglalakad tayo sa Eastwood. Somebody calls out, "Oh, it's
Parang feeling ko, isa lang ang lilingon. Actually, no? Walang lilingon.
Siyempre,
Mm-mm.
we're all in this together. Yun lang yun. Yun lang.
Ano tawag dyan, Tawag dyan, camaraderie.
Yes.
it is camaraderie,
It
you
is,
know.
it is. All or nothing.
It is all or nothing, you know. We're gonna stand by each other on the morning rush.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So
The
there we
RuPaul's
go.
Drag Race of morning radio.
Oh, yung wala
Mm-mm.
dito si Candy Mew.
Okay, hindi, tsaka hello. Hello. Di ba, parang ba't mo sasabihin straight, ano nga, baluktot yung...
It's okay. Just like what Harry Styles said. Like he always ends his concerts with, "It's okay, everybody's a little gay." Yeah, diba? It's okay.
Oh.
With everything. Lagi, sinasabi niya yan. So, kudos to you. And that's it for the Monday episode
Morning
of the
kalat. Yes.
Oo, no? Ang kalat-kalat natin, promise.
Pagkakla si Hazel. We need you, Hazel. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's it for the morning rush, everybody.
See you
Up next is
tomorrow.
All Out with Rico and Carla, and we're gonna be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.